All right, here we go. Our mics are about to be hot. Good evening and welcome to the Mustang Network. We are here tonight for tonight's matchup between your homestanding West Jones Mustang and the visiting Terry Bulldogs. You're watching the Mustang Network. Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Matt Reed alongside West Jones student Kelly Dill. Kelly, Coach Corey Reynolds in his third year at West Jones has the Mustangs with currently a 5-2 record, and the visiting Terry Bulldogs are unbeaten. We'll talk a little bit about their schedule coming up. This is a huge region game for both teams. Winner of this game really going to be in the driver's seat in this region for 6A, Kelly.
Oh, absolutely. You know what Terry's head coach, Chris Thigpen has been able to do over the years. Every district game is a big game because winning those district games puts you a step ahead of everybody, as well as, that's what gets you into the playoffs.
Yeah, so Coach Chris Thigpen, like you said, I've been the head coach for Terry since 2020, doing a good job. Every time that I've watched Terry play against West Jones, it's been a competitive game. West did get the best of them last year in a rout, but I think Terry will be ready to play tonight. Our guys, though, man, how about those Mustangs? Those Mustangs are playing so well on the offensive side of the ball lately. I watched them play against George County last week. The dynamic duo of Caleb Holmes and Chandler Watson. One can beat you on the ground, one can beat you through the air, and you got Tootie Lindsay orchestrating that offense. Should be a fun one to watch, and we're gonna talk a lot more about previewing this game, Kelly. Our captains are on the field. Looks like for West Jones, we have number 55 from left to right, Trayvon Moffitt. We've got Braden Powell. We've got Dante Sands. And looks like Leo Stinson are our 4 Mustang captains tonight. So we're going to take about a 2 or 3 minute break to hear a word from our sponsors. We are brought to you by WAYNE-SANDERSON Farms, Hills In-House Jewelers, and 601 Sports in Laurel. We'll be right back after we hear a message from them.
And here we are, the stadium.
Well, this is pretty cool. Whoa, look, Sanderson Farms, the official chicken of the SEC. What's that stand for? Sports Fans Eat Chicken?
Great question. No, it stands for Southeastern Conference.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, well, you're the tour guide.
Yep.
I guess that makes you the expert.
Took a 4-hour seminar.
Bless your heart.
And we're walking. We're walking.
Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
The creation of our new esports team has really caused a stir on campus. Some of our students and staff have been, well, a little too inspired.
So I'm just going to tape these together like this, and I think you'll be good to go for your Rocket League match tonight. How's that feel?
West Jones Middle School, can you hold, please?
We're down 6-7. Kelly's been TKing the whole half. We gotta lock in and finish them.
Please get started on your lap.
Just one more game.
Are they playing what I think they're playing? This is starting to get really annoying.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hills In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports. We're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
I love the kids. I have several siblings of students that I've taught throughout the years, and so it's great to see full circle how some of these kids have come from their siblings. I love being from West Jones because a lot of my kids, former and current, I get to see out in the community. They work at the restaurants, the businesses. A lot of them come to the sporting events that my own children play in. And so it's a sense of community, whether you're at the school or outside the school, because we see each other and we support each other. And my kids know that I love them and I love seeing them succeed inside of school and outside of school.
And welcome back to So-So. My name is Matt Reed alongside Kelly Dill. We are just over 3 minutes left till kickoff, and your West Jones Mustangs have just broken through the tunnel. We are almost ready for another edition of Friday Night Football here at Mustang Stadium. Kelly, I think you have some information for us on some key players to watch for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, their quarterback, Brady Busby, you know, also a member of the baseball team. You know, he can really sling it downfield. You know, but this is they're going to focus more on a run-heavy offense. Some key players to watch out for, you know, their running backs. They're going to run two. It's going to be Ron Baker and Brandon Duplessis, as well as top receivers on the outside are going to be Colby George and Braden Gibson.
All right, so you heard it here as Terry has made their way onto the field. Huge region game coming up for both teams. How about on the Mustang side of the ball? We talked about Chandler Watson and Caleb Holmes. Both of those players, we're through 7 games, Kelly. Both of those players have already eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark on the season. Chandler Watson with over 1,000 yards receiving through 7 games with 13 touchdown catches. Then you have Caleb Holmes, who has also gone over 1,000 yards rushing and has, 11, 12 touchdowns of his own. So throw them in with an experienced quarterback who won a state title at the helm of the Mustangs 2 years ago. And man, throwing an LSU commit on the line. We had Big Bill Cooley in studio with us this week. What a joy to talk to that young man about the recruitment process. I know he was on the show with Rich and Coach Reynolds. But I think he's pretty excited to get down to Baton Rouge.
Absolutely, you know, it's amazing that, you know, West Jones is able to produce those type of players, especially to go to big schools like LSU and those big SEC schools. Also, you know, that dynamic duo we're talking about, Caleb Holmes and Chandler Watson, you know, if they get going, it's going to be hard to stop them. And if they cannot be stopped, this game may be over quick.
Yeah, so we talk about the offense, but as Brian Alvarez is ready to kick things off through the smoke, sky kick near side, going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line and pursued by the Mustangs. Looks like Parker Barefoot, the first one there, followed by about 4 or 5 other Mustangs. Maybe a mistake. Maybe should have let the ball bounce. Looked like it might have gone out of bounds. Would have been a penalty. That was number 2, Colby George, that received the kick for Terry. But on the other side of the ball for the Mustangs, you have a legendary coach in Mississippi high school football. Produced one of the greatest defenses a couple of years ago that the state of Mississippi has ever seen. Just to be honest, Coach Cecil Hicks. I think this unit may be unfairly compared to that team. This unit has a lot of new faces and a lot of guys who have tried to move over from the offensive side of the ball to help things out. But they're going to look to try to get things on track here tonight against the Bulldogs. So handoff is to the left side, and he's got a crease. That's Micah White. Sorry, Rondé Baker. Rondé Baker, number 5, senior, 5'11", 200 pounds. There is a flag on the play. This one might be coming back. If so, would be half the distance to the goal. We will hear from head official Larry Green. The indication is holding against the Terry Bulldogs. So after the holding penalty, make it first down and about 15. So 3 wide receivers and a running back to his right. Handoff again to the left side. Looks like it's Baker again for a short gain. I guess gain of about 5 on the play. Hard for us to tell through all the green smoke.
Yeah, absolutely. It still hasn't cleared Mustang Stadium here, but, you know, they are a run-heavy team, so you can expect to see Baker to run it a lot tonight.
So Mustangs in the 4-3 defense. Looks like man in motion to the top of your screen. Terry quarterback drops back to pass. He's got a man open. Defended pretty tightly. Looks like it was Derek Dean on the coverage. But there is a flag in the area of pass interference. Ball was a little bit underthrown. So unfortunate that the receiver had to try to come back and get the ball through the defender. Might have gotten called for PI here. So this is going to be pass interference on Derek Dean, number 19, junior for the Mustangs. Will be an automatic first down for Terry.
You know, penalties like that can just come back and bite you, especially, I mean, that ball it wasn't much overthrown, but it was overthrown just enough for him to get that PI called.
So 3 wide receivers for Brady Busby as he commands his offense, looks to the sideline, trying to draw the Mustangs off sides. Harrison Pierce is a guy who is kind of gone all over the place for the Mustangs. Played some safety last week as he's here at outside linebacker. There is a timeout on the field for Terry, and we are going to be back here. A little bit of confusion on the field. We're going to be back here in a couple minutes. Whether you're in the woods, on the field, or just looking for everyday gear, 601 Sports in Laurel has you covered. From hunting essentials and top athletic equipment to stylish apparel and gift-worthy favorites, you'll find trusted brands like Costa, Yeti, Browning, Columbia, Under Armour, and many more. 601 Sports, Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store. And welcome back to So-So. We have first down and 10 after the Terry timeout. Brady Busby takes the snap. He hands off to Baker, who stiff arms a man, and he has a first down for Terry. Nice run to the right side as the Bulldogs are going to pick up their second first down of the drive. First one came on the pass interference penalty by Wes Jones, as Terry is going to make their way all the way to, the 39-yard line. Okay, so we were talking about the Wes Jones defense. If you've paid attention over the past few games, you've noticed some offensive guys coming over to the defensive side of the ball and getting some reps. You'll see Bill Cooley out there on the defensive line from time to time as you have a little flea flicker. Man open down the field. A little trickery on the first drive by Terry, who's getting aggressive. Baker took that handoff, tossed it back to Busby. Busby found a man running wide open down the middle of the field.
You know, like we said earlier, you know, run-heavy team, but Busby's not afraid to spin it down the field for a nice game, solid game like that.
Yeah, so most of the teams that we've seen this year are run-heavy teams. You know, South Jones probably would throw the ball around a little more than anybody else that we've played. Northeast threw it a couple times, but they're a run-heavy team. Thought there might have been some movement on that defensive line, but Baker's going to stiff-arm a man. He cuts upfield, bounces off a defender. He's going to be near the 10-yard line as Terry is marching right down the field.
14-yard line. That's
No,
first down.
Don't know much about this year's Terry offense, to be honest, but you know you got to give them some props. They're unbeaten on the season. Haven't played an exceptionally strong schedule at 6-0 yet. Definitely their biggest test of the season is tonight here with the road game at West Jones. Busby takes a snap, looks right. He's got one-on-one coverage and overthrows his man. Pass was intended for Braden Gibson, number 4. Gibson's a good-sized receiver on the outside at 6'2", 170. Has a little bit of a mismatch against West, as that's Braylon Agee. Braylon Agee at DB is listed at 5'5". I don't know if that's a typo. He's listed at 5'5", and you got Gibson, who he's guarding, listed at 6'2". So we'll keep an eye on that matchup tonight. Man in motion for the Bulldogs. Handoff as Baker cuts back to the other side of the field. I almost didn't see the flag because I was looking for yellow, but it is pink. And momentarily a Terry touchdown, but that's going to be coming back.
Yeah, and like you were talking about, you know, the strength of their schedule, Terry's opponents have a combined record of 11-28 so far this year.
Yeah, so like you said, Terry coming on the road, big district game. You know, both teams kind of had this one circled on the year, circled on the season as a key matchup here in the region. You know, I've been impressed with Baker so far on this first drive for Terry, as he and Busby have led them down the field. Baker, you know, didn't see a hole on the right, bounced things back to the left, cut all the way across the field. Of course, now we see why he had that much space is because of the holding call. But Baker definitely going to be the go-to guy for the Bulldogs. Snap, Busby looks for a man. It's Gibson. Gibson is going to be ruled down. Looks like that knee touched the ground as he caught the ball. If that's the case, going to be a loss of yards.
Loss of 3 yards on the play brings up a Bulldogs third down.
So 3rd down and a mile for Terry after the holding call and the loss of yardage on the pass. So I know it's early in the game. I don't want to make any crazy statements about this. You know, we got a lot of football left to play, but this really feels like an important moment here in the game for momentum. Busby looks left. He's got double coverage, throws right into it. Mustangs couldn't decide which one wanted to make the interception and falls to the turf. So big play there, you know. Would have liked to have gotten the turnover, Kelly, but Busby's decision there to force the throw into double coverage won't make Coach Chris Thigpen happy.
No, absolutely. You know, especially, you know, looked like that ball may have been underthrown, but especially, you know, trying to make that risky pass on you.
Yeah, so kind of in no man's land here. Terry going to leave the offense on the field as it's 4th and about 20 plus. He looks right. He's got one-on-one coverage, looking for Gibson again. It's going to fall incomplete. Turnover on downs for Terry, but we will see the West Jones offense for the first time tonight. So how about a little bit of bend but don't break defense there for West Jones? You know, even though they pick up some yards there and they stay on the field for a long time, maybe a confidence booster for that team early on in the game. A defense that's given up a lot of points so far this season. They get off the field, don't give up any points, and let their offense get out there and see if they can work. So Tootie Lindsay takes the snap, going to hand off to Holmes. Terry really keying on that run. And the first thing I notice here is Chandler Watson is in one-on-one coverage at the bottom of our screen. Bill Cooley going to have to come out of the game. Helmet came off on the first play, so by rule he'll have to sit out. So on the first play, we see Terry really going to key on the run. If they do that, keep your eyes on number 17. Holmes gets a handoff again. Terry getting penetration in the backfield, though. Nothing doing. And no gain on the play. Brings up about 3rd and 8. I know I talked to Coach Parker earlier today. He was telling me how impressed he's been with his offensive line. 7 games, and I might get this wrong, but I believe he said through 7 games they've given up 5 sacks. So pretty good stuff there on the offensive line. I think the goal there is 1 or less a game is what he told me. So a lot of that has to do with Bill Cooley, but the other guys on the line playing well too. Lindsay has a man wide open, as that's Braden Powell, who had cut back and would have been a first down for the Mustangs, but instead it's going to be a quick 3 and out. Man, Powell has been a guy who has been a nice surprise so far for the Mustangs this year. Backup quarterback, made some catches on the season. He's got 10 catches for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns already on the season, but that's one he's going to want to have back.
Absolutely. I mean, especially, that would have definitely been a first down, but, just slips right through his hands, and you got to hope that your punter can pin you back deep here.
Yeah, so Leo Stinson has been a consistent force for the Mustang special teams, as this one will have no return. Nice punt for Leo Stinson. And the 3 and out, I mean, obviously you want to score every drive, but you want to be able to move the chains to keep your defense off the field and keep your defense resting. Defense had just gotten off, and so a quick 3 and out is going to put those guys back out there.
Yeah, as a football team, you need to make sure your offense and defense is rested, gets time in between to catch a little breath, or, in the end, they're just going to wear you out.
Yeah, so linebackers for West Jones, Rylan Newcomb, Luke Everwine, Harrison Pierce. We'll talk about the rest of the Mustang defensive starters here in a second. As Baker makes a couple of men miss, bounces outside, he's going to finally be met near a first down. So how about the Mustang defensive line? You've got Dante Sands, Trayvon Moffitt, Sawyer Showles, and Oki Twilley. Moffitt and Twilley, the seniors on the defensive line. Sawyer Showles and Dante Sands in the 11th grade. But how about the secondary? You got Derek Dean, Jr., Harrison Pierce, been playing a little bit at safety, but looks like Mitchell Jones back out there tonight. B.B. Hilton, Parker Barefoot, as Terry going to pick up the first down and move the chains. Braylon Agee, we mentioned his name already. Lots of new faces on this defensive line. B.B. Hilton, the most experienced member of this Mustang defense, he was a starter on the defense a couple of years ago when they won state over at Ole Miss. So Coach Hicks really looking for some guys to step up, even if they have to come from the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get your players. You want to get good players on the defensive side. To stop those runs and passes. Especially even if you get them from the offensive side.
So trips wide receivers to the right, and pistol formation as Baker going to get the handoff from Busby. Decent gain on first down. Make it about 6-yard gain. So 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the opening frame at Mustang Stadium. You're watching the Mustang Network. Undefeated Terry against 5-2 West Jones. Busby hands off to Baker again. Bounces off a man. Parker barefoot coming out of the secondary to make the tackle. But not before another Terry first down.
You know, Baker, a senior, listed at 5'11", 200 pounds. You know, he's running with a full head of steam tonight.
He really is, Kelly. I don't think he's been brought down on first contact yet tonight. He's breaking tackles every time he touches the ball. I'm not sure about his durability. We'll see as we go on throughout the game. But he's carrying the ball a lot. So stacked wide receivers at the top of your screen. Busby hands off to Baker again. He's got some space on the outside. There is a flag down. Big hit by Barefoot. Keeps him out of the end zone. Larry Green throws a flag in the area of holding.
There's a Cannon Motor Company penalty flag on the field.
Oh, sorry, not Baker on the carry. That was Brandon Duplessis, 0, who checked in the game at running back for Terry. So march it back 10 yards. It will come back for a holding call. Terry shooting themselves in the foot a little bit early on in this one.
You know, absolutely. You know, earlier in the year, I don't know if you remember it, but, you know, West Jones, a penalty game against Northeast.
Yes. Oh, don't bring it up, Kelly. I hope we're not we don't have one of those in store for tonight. It is taking me a minute to get used to the pink, the pink flags that are being thrown tonight. Looks more like a challenge flag than it does a penalty flag. All right, so Busby going to go down in the backfield and back it up again. So does this look familiar? So same thing as the last drive. Terry gets into the red zone, have a penalty, have a botched play. Now we're back at 2nd down and 25.
Yeah, it looks exactly like their first drive, you know, trying to drive downfield, and these penalties are just getting to them fast.
So handoff is to Duplessis again. Mustang's going to get the better of that one. Short gain of about 3 on the play. Brought down by a couple of Mustang defenders. Looks like that's Dante Sands involved in the tackle. So another huge play here. You got to think Terry at this position of the field, they're out of field goal range, even though their kicker in pregame, I'm not sure what number he is, but their kicker was hitting some nice field goals in pregame. But you got to think maybe they're probably out of field goal range here, so it might be 4-down territory, unless they pick up some yardage. Pass is going to be incomplete. Defended by Barefoot. Intended receiver was number 11, Emmanuel Harris. So Terry going to leave the offense out on the field for now. Ball is spotted at the 32-yard line. Special teams going to come out for Terry. And looks like we might see a field goal attempt.
Yeah, I agree with you earlier.
Looks like we're going to see a punt. So good snap. Good high kick. If Terry can cover, man, hard to do it better than that in high school football. Ball is going to be down at the 1-yard line. So really nice job by number 41, Braylon Beverly, for Terry. So Mustangs just content there to sit back and not apply any pressure to the punt. Beverly had plenty of time, and credit to him. He put it up there in the sky and it fell down, took a good bounce.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we were thinking for a minute they were in field goal range. You know, I agree with you earlier. I was walking down here and I saw him just booting it over there. But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, nobody knows their kicker's limits better than the head coach. so I'm not questioning that at all. I'm just telling you what I was watching in pregame. It would be hard for me there not to try to get some points in that area of the field. But to his defense, it worked out, and he's got the Mustangs 99 yards away from their end zone.
Absolutely. Bold decision, but a wise decision there.
So Lindsey going to roll to his left. He's got a seam, makes a couple of men miss, cuts back across the field. He's all the way past the 30-yard line. And I tell you what, Kelly, I can't tell you the last time that I saw Tootie Lindsey run the ball. I feel like maybe we've been protecting him a little bit, and I like what I see right there. He's a true dual threat guy. We've seen him throw the ball a lot this year, stay in the pocket, but huge play for West. There is a flag down pre-snap. So West going to push back 5 yards. So Lindsey, being mostly recruited to the Division I level as an athlete instead of a quarterback, he's got wheels, but his agility is really what stands out to me. Another flag down. This time, Wes Jones going to get that 5 yards back. And if you watch film on West, you will see time after time after time, countless times that Tootie Lindsey will just walk up to the line of scrimmage, clap, do a hard count, and it works. Not a Kirby Smart clap, but an actual clap. Shout out to Rich Gray. So less than 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Lindsey takes the snap, looking for Watson. Ball was low and away from Chandler Watson. He's a guy whose name we hadn't called yet through almost a quarter, being defended down there by Emmanuel Harris. But Mustangs really need to get the run game going to open up the pass. Lindsey rolls to his right, looking for Jay-Z Gray. He's got him open, makes the catch, makes a man miss. He's past midfield. So blown coverage there by the Bulldogs. Jay-Z Gray, his 14th catch of the season, and has surpassed 200 yards receiving. He's been a nice surprise for West Jones this year also.
Absolutely. You know, all the receivers have been a surprise, but Watson has been amazing.
So read option as Holmes not going to get the carry. Lindsey pulls it instead. He is past the first down marker, but wait just a second. Hold everything. Kelly, you've jinxed us. Another holding penalty is the call. Is going to wipe out the run. And I tell you what, that gave me flashbacks to the past couple of years with Lindsey doing the read option to a big Elijah Jones. Like I said, hadn't seen Lindsey pull the ball, but he hasn't really needed to be honest. But 2 big runs, one of those wiped out here on this drive. So Gray and Watson lined up at the bottom of your screen. Powell at the top. Barefoot in motion. Lindsey takes a snap, looks right. Little slant. That's got to be pass interference coming from the back judge as Braden Powell got a hug from Emmanuel Harris before he could make the catch.
Yeah, that's just a textbook pass interference. You can't come behind him and do that before he gets the ball.
So after the holding call, that would be a big moment on this drive, and it is going to be defensive pass interference on the Bulldogs. Under a minute left in the first quarter. You are watching the Mustang Network here on YouTube. Thanks for supporting our broadcast. Matt Reed alongside Kelly Dill. We are sponsored by Wayne-Sanderson Farms, 601 Sports in Laurel, and Hills In-House Jewelers. Thanks to them for making tonight possible. Lindsey takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Holmes, makes a man miss. He is near a Mustang first down and move the chains. Tell you what, I still hold my breath as Lindsey gets up a little slow. I hold my breath every time he carries the ball. Tell you what, he is a competitor though. He's a tough guy. He is going to go down here though, and we're going to take an injury timeout to check on Tootie Lindsey. Hopefully nothing serious, but we're going to take an injury timeout as Miss Natasha Hayes and Joel Pierce are going to go out and check on Lindsey. We'll be right back here on the Mustang.
Frank, this stadium control room is so awesome.
Want to see something really cool?
Yes, I do. Whoa, it's beautiful. Look, goosebumps.
I didn't think that was possible for a chicken.
Why not?
Because you're not a goose?
Are you a goose, Frank?
No.
Can you get goosebumps?
Yes.
And that makes sense. How?
I see your point.
Yeah. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
So Lindsey going to come out of the game. Training staff going to check on him. Braden Powell going to be in at quarterback for West Jones. First down and 10 in Terry territory. Holmes gets the handoff. Short gain on the play. A little bit of extracurriculars at the top of your screen. And maybe some guys there defending Tootie Lindsey as we end the first quarter. Wyatt Elsie involved in that. As we end quarter number 1 here in Soso Mustang Stadium, we are still scoreless here on the Mustang Network. And we're going to take a short quarter break to hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back here on the Mustang Network. Whether you're in the woods, on the field, or just looking for everyday gear, 601 Sports in Laurel has you covered. From hunting essentials and top athletic equipment to stylish apparel and gift-worthy favorites, you'll find trusted brands like Costa, Yeti, Browning, Columbia, Under Armour, and many more. 601 Sports, Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
Second quarter action about to get started as we have flipped the field. Second down and 8 coming up. Tootie Lindsey, good news here, has checked back into the game. Braden Powell has checked out of the game. Looks like Jones has checked in at wide receiver at the top. Barefoot in motion again. Lindsey looks right. He's got Watson, but going to be picked off by Terry. That's Colby George, who is running up the sideline, going to be taken out of bounds by Holmes. Just Tootie Lindsey's second interception of the season. Definitely wants that one back. Didn't see the safety coming over in coverage. Chandler Watson was running open, but Lindsey apparently never saw number 2, Colby George.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be a key player to watch for on the offensive and defensive side tonight for Terry. You know, just flew in out of nowhere and makes that interception.
Yeah, so Tootie Lindsey has thrown for 16 touchdowns so far this season. Already 1,525 yards. Really good completion percentage as well. But that's just his second pick of the game. Didn't throw his first one until the Pedal game. This one is going to come back a little bit for holding. Still will be Terry Ball. First down and 10 from their own 31-yard line. So I'll say it again. That Mustang pass game is gonna be open if we can establish the run. Haven't been able to do that so far through 12 minutes. So that's number 5, Rondé Baker back in the game. Pickup of about 6 on first down. Terry really winning the line of scrimmage on their offensive side of the ball so far through this one.
Absolutely. You know, all their it doesn't matter who their 2 main running backs that they put back there have been, you know, exploding through the line and getting
right.
30 yards.
Yeah, Baker and Duplessis. I've seen Duplessis a couple of times, but it's mainly been a steady dose of Baker. As Busby drops back to pass, looking deep, almost caught. Is going to fall incomplete, defended by Derek Dean. So going to be 3rd down and about 4 for Terry. 11:04 here in the second quarter.
You know,
good crowd tonight, despite the fair. Nothing bad against the fair, but there's nothing better than Friday night football. So, timeout, Terry. They want to talk things over before this critical 3rd down play. Kelly, what have you seen so far?
You know, I've seen the run game really open up for Terry, you know, especially Duplessis and Baker back there, you know, really making a name for themselves early here, making their presence known.
I mean, I come into the game like most people did, and I'm expecting a shootout. I'm seeing 2 offenses that are playing well. I'm seeing our defense, who has played better over recent years, recent games, and we've played 13 minutes of football, no points to show for it for either team. But huge third down play coming up here. We'll see what Coach Chris Thigpen's offense chooses to do. So 4-3, base 4-3 defense, again, is Newcomb, middle linebacker. You got Caleb Holmes into the game on the blitz, but the handoff is to the right side. West will hold, and he will be short. The ball carrier will be short of the first down. Looks like Colby George was the ball carrier. Going to bring up about 4th down and 1. And for the moment, looks like the Bulldogs not going to take any chances and going to send out the punt team. Maybe if I'm here, no, Coach Cecil Hicks has been coaching special teams. I'm really telling my guys to be disciplined here and not give them a free 5 yards. As pretty nice punt, a low punt, but a ball that turned over, got over our returner, and it's going to be downed at the 9-yard line. So Terry special teams, the punt team really with a couple of effective kicks so far in this one.
Absolutely, it's been debated.
Beverly, right? Beverly.
Yeah, Beverly has been able to pin them back deep, and that's exactly what you want if you're trying to, pin them back deep in their own territory.
But why don't you give a hard count there? You've got a yard to go. You've got a defense who's been struggling. Maybe you test their discipline there and give a hard count and see if you can't get a free 5 yards and a first down. So we do have a penalty. I missed the signal from head official Larry Green there. So West Jones called for illegal participation, going to be half the distance to the goal. Did they break the huddle with 12 men? So discussion on the field to try to get things straight. 10-16 remaining. West Jones going to have a fresh set of downs, but once again, the field position battle being won by Terry.
Absolutely.
So not real sure what's going on. Official is going to have a talk with Coach Thigpen. So maybe some discussion here about Trip Van Fossen.
Penalty will be 5 yards from the original line of scrimmage. Will be enough for a Terry first down.
Okay.
Terry will retain possession.
So the penalty was on the punt, and so now it's going to be a first down and 10 for Terry. Illegal participation on the Mustang. Sorry, we're trying to get word from the field all the way up here to the press box. Apparently, too many men on the field for West Jones, and Terry's going to have a fresh set of downs.
You know, this could be big for, you know, if you're especially Terry, because you can now make something out of nothing.
So 5 yards from the spot is going to put the ball across midfield. Really thought that should have been a 5-yard penalty. I'm not sure. We just marked off 15 yards. We're still trying to figure things out here in the press box at West Jones. Nobody seems to know what's going on. But ball is going to be spotted at the Mustang 40. We do apologize. Baker going to get the handoff. He's going to make B.B. Hilton miss and picks up about 5 yards. There is a flag on the play that comes in late from the side judge. So thanks again for watching. Do want to give a shout out as I hear the band in the background. Band received our West Jones Pride marching band received all superiors. We'll mute our mics and you'll get to hear them play at halftime. They went down to Neshoba Central last week, got all superiors, all ones, and are going to be playing in the state championships on October 25th at Pearl High School. So congratulations to Coach Cody, Mr. Cody Killens, and his wife and the band.
Also, we could give a shout out to the swim team who headed up to Tupelo this morning.
Yeah, Tupelo. So our swim team, our girls swim. We'll get back to this in a second. As Busby looks left, he's got a man going to be intercepted in the end zone. Maybe Derek Dean, who comes down with the pick. Ball was underthrown by Busby. But hold everything. There is a penalty on the far side of the field away from the play. Have we had a flag every play? I think we're proud of those pink flags. Sorry about that. Not Derek Dean on the interception. That was number 30, Braylon Agee, on the pick. Agee, just a freshman. I might have called his name out wrong earlier. Sorry about that. Listed at just 5'5", 140, but had some hops on that play to take the underthrown ball away from Terry.
Absolutely. You know, that can be big for West Jones here.
So another play means more confusion on the field. We'll see if this interception stands. Looks like Terry's defense has come onto the field, so that's good news. So the interception will count. It will be Mustang football. A touchback was called because of Agee catching the ball in the end zone. But instead of having the ball at the 20, we're going to have half the distance to the goal because of the personal foul penalty after the play on West Jones. So we're finally going to be back to football, just under 10 minutes here in the first half on the Mustang Network. Thanks for watching our YouTube broadcast tonight. Make sure to give us a like and a subscribe on our channel. Holmes gets the handoff. He's got space all the way to the 40. Make it to midfield, the 40, the 30. He's going to be pushed out of bounds finally by Kendrick. But how about some breakaway speed by Caleb Holmes? Make it a gain of about 56 yards by senior running back Caleb Holmes. So just a huge gap on the left side of that Mustang offensive line. And Holmes, man, I tell you what, he's hitting that hole harder and faster than I've ever seen him hit it, Kelly.
Absolutely. You know, just hits that hole hard and finds open field.
Lindsey gets the snap, hands it off to Holmes again, who probably hasn't caught his breath yet. He's going to be stopped for a short gain. Brings up about 2nd down and 9. So Mustangs pinned deep after the interception and the penalty, but Caleb Holmes going to change things here as the Mustangs are trying to get on board here midway through the second quarter. So one deep safety for Terry. Chandler Watson in single coverage at the bottom of your screen. Lindsey looks at him but looks back to the left. And what a throw and catch. Looks like Ethan Jones. Man, Lindsey really threw that one, Kelly, where only Ethan Jones could catch it. At first, I thought it was going to be underthrown, but he threw it right over the outstretched arms of the Terry defensive back. Ethan Jones comes down as a freshman there with a really key catch inside the red zone for the Mustangs.
Absolutely. That can shift its whole momentum for the Mustangs here.
Barefoot in motion. Holmes gets the handoff, but he's going to be met. Short gain on the play. So a couple of really nice offensive plays on this drive. With Tootie, the development of his arm has been something that I've enjoyed to watch. Got to see him, since he was a freshman. And as a freshman, it was a heavy dose of Elijah Jones, Caleb Holmes, Lindsey on his feet. But this year, really, Lindsey has really hit his stride through the air. Hand off to Holmes, but he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Looks like number 8, Lazarius Ashford. Ashford came through that West Jones offensive line almost untouched.
Yeah, that's going to be another name that we say a lot here for the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one we had circled. So deep safety shading toward the corner who is covering Chandler Watson. There is a pre-snap penalty. Offsides against Terry. So back it up, Terry, as 5 yards is the penalty for offsides. West Jones going to have the ball 3rd down and goal. So 4 linebackers in the game. Little 3-4 defense for Terry. Lindsey looking in the end zone. He's got Watson. Juggles the ball, gets the foot down. Chandler Watson for 6. Chandler Watson with his 14th touchdown catch of the season. Lindsey put that one on the money, Kelly.
Absolutely. Watson is going to be there. If you can't stop Watson, you can't stop Caleb Holmes.
Right. So, it looked like two guys paying attention to Watson. And I think Watson was a little surprised as Cruz McKee's kick is up and it is good. Mustangs lead 7-0. I think Watson was a little surprised when he turned around and the ball was on him, juggled it a little bit, but managed to get 1 foot in, and in high school football, that's all you need.
Absolutely. What a play by Watson to keep his feet in bounds and, maintain it and get in the end zone.
So with 7:17 remaining, West Jones offense manages to get on the board after about 17 minutes of scoreless football. We finally have some points here at Mustang Stadium.
Caleb Holmes and Chandler Watson have been the guys to watch this year.
I mean, this is game 8. He's at 14 receiving touchdowns. When's the last time? We need to check on school records for receiving touchdowns, receiving yards, and that kind of stuff. Alvarez's kick is going to be fielded at about the 11. That's Colby George, who has no blockers and decides to just lay on the ground inside the 20. Terry going to take over inside their own 20. So, like I said earlier, and like you alluded to, we're able to get the pass game going when we get Caleb Holmes going, when we get Tootie Lindsay going on the ground. So when Terry stacks the box and they start keying on the run game, what do? We put the ball in the air and put it in the hands of our best receiver.
Absolutely. That can play a big part in tonight. May have been expecting a run, but, gets Watson in the end zone.
Baker going to look for a little dump pass, but West Jones sniffed that one out. That's Rylan Newcomb and Harrison Pierce. So going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 on the play. Brings up second down at about 15.
I mean, what a way for your linebackers to get there and make that stop, Baker's been running all night.
Absolutely. Like he's their guy, and we know that. But Harrison Pierce, probably playing for his brother, to be honest. Talked about losing Hudson for the season in that South Jones game. So Harrison doing a nice job at linebacker. So back to about the original line of scrimmage go the Bulldogs. But that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. So we've talked about the struggles of the West Jones defense, but give them credit. We're almost at the half. We've had a couple of bend but don't break drives. Terry has shot themselves in the foot a couple of times, but we had Braylon Agee with the pick in the end zone, big play. Busby looking down the middle, though, and he's got a man open. 1st down for Terry. Looks like Kylan Gowdy, number 88, who was running open down the seam. So Terry going to have the ball at their own 41. And another flag on the play. Going to be a false start on the Bulldogs. As Ryder Wiggum going to check into the game for Trayvon Moffitt on that defensive line.
That shift to that defensive line may have caught the Terry O-line off guard just a little bit and caused them to jump.
So clock running, just under 5.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 1st down and 15 for Brady Busby and the Bulldogs. Baker gets the carry again, looks for space out on the right side. He's finally going to be taken down near the sideline. Ball's out, but I think we had a whistle blown. So nice gain by Baker is going to bring up about 2nd down and 6. Yeah, we mentioned earlier about the Mustang swim team. Shout out to Coach Lindy Lyon. Boys and girls swim teams competing in Tupelo tomorrow. Best wishes to them. I know some of them might be listening since they're a few hours away, going for the three-peat. No team in West Jones history in any sport has ever won 3 straight state championships, so good luck to them. Baker, that's actually going to be Duplessis, finds space out on the left. He's finally going to be taken out around the West Jones 25-yard line, but not before a big gain that is going to put Terry at least in field goal range.
Absolutely, opened up a hole there for Duplessis just to run through and gain a bunch of yards.
And while we're on swim, Coach Lyon also recently selected as one of the South All-Star coaches for the Mississippi Association of Coaches All-Star team. So congratulations to her, and like we said, just bring home that another gold trophy tomorrow. So Ryland Newcomb going to meet the Terry running back Duplessis in the backfield for a loss. So brings up 2nd down and 11 after a loss of 1. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. Just under 4 minutes left in the first half. Mustangs looking to keep the Bulldogs off the board. So 3 wide receivers. Baker to Busby's right. Man in motion is George. Handoff is going to be to Baker back on the left side. So a little bit of misdirection by Terry. Does manage to gain a few, so not a bad gain on 2nd down. But this is going to bring up critical down here. 3rd down and 5 as we near the end of the first half. Like I said, I have not seen Terry's kicker in a game setting. All I can tell you is I saw him warm up, so I'm just thinking about if this goes to a 4th down here, if they're going to be in 4-down territory. Baker gets the handoff. He's going to be stuffed. That's Ryland Newcomb again. We called his name several times on the past couple of drives. And now Coach Chris Thigpen, if you're him, it's decision time. So for now, the offense is going to stay on the field, but it looks like he wants to talk about it. And with 2:35 left in the first half, we'll be right back here on the Mustang Network after a word.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi. So back here, critical 4th down. Terry's offense going to stay on the field. Let's see if they just try to draw West off sides. 7-0 game as Terry going to run an offensive tackle onto the field late. Officials are going to blow a whistle, and now West Jones. A little bit of a chess match here between Coach Reynolds and Coach Thigpen as West is going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. 4th down and 5. So, interesting move here. Just to be honest, we were impressed. I coach soccer, and we've watched Terry boys soccer play several times over the past few years. They've got some legs on that soccer team. I'm not familiar with some of their names, but But the kicker in pregame looked really good. Kicked a couple to the softball field on the left side of your screen. But like I said, Terry going to bring the offense onto the field. We'll see if they stick with that decision here after the timeout. Kelly, you got any halftime scores?
I've got some.
Or some second quarter scores?
Absolutely. At the end of the first quarter, Natchez leads Laurel 6-0.
Tough season so far for the Tornadoes. Still looking for that first win.
It's a fourth down.
We'll get a couple more of those in a minute. So, grown man football here with everybody in the box. And Terry's going to be around the right side. That's Rogers. And he's going to have a Bulldog first down. So everybody came inside for both teams. Rogers, instead of playing power football and going up the middle, decides to find the space, use his speed, and find some space on the outside. So Terry going to have the ball spotted, looks like right at the 10-yard line. Make it first down and goal, I believe, for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes remaining here before the half. Coach Cecil Hicks' defense looking to hold strong. Baker going to get the handoff, takes it around the right side, and he is in. I don't see a flag on the play. Touchdown is the signal. And with 1:56, Terry is a PAT away from tying this one up. You know, but you do wonder here, did they leave too much time on the clock? Coach Reynolds' offense has been explosive lately, and we liked what we saw in the last time they were on the field. As Terry on to take the PAT, that's Derek Howard. And really nice kick there from the straight-on kicker, Derek Howard, is going to tie this game up. We're going to take a short break here from the West Jones press box. I'm Matt Reed and Kelly Dill from the Mustang Network. We'll be right back here. So just under 2 minutes left. Terry set to kick things off here as we look to close out the second half. If you're just tuning in, we played scoreless football for the first 17 minutes. As Terry has a sky kick going to be fielded by Watson, who is undercut near the 30-yard line. We played scoreless football here in Soso for the first 17 minutes of play. And then we found a familiar target after a big run by Caleb Holmes to set up West Jones. Tootie Lindsay managed to find Chandler Watson in the right side of the end zone for a toe tap touchdown, Kelly.
Absolutely. It was a beautiful, West Jones able to draw first blood, but, credit to Terry, able to drive downfield and basically a nothing ball game right now.
Yeah, I mean, you go on the road, and I know I coach, and I always look to see how my teams are going to respond if we go down on the road. And credit to Coach Thigpen and his team there for finding a way to tie up the game here late in the first half. Lindsay going to take the handoff. Lindsay takes the snap, hands it off to Caleb Holmes. Short gain of about 3. Brings up 2nd down and 7. So clock ticking under 90 seconds. Mustangs looking for some direction from Coach Reynolds and offensive coordinator David Parker. Lindsey looks to pass this time. He's got Jay-Z Gray. He's got space. Maybe you want to see him go out of bounds there, but nonetheless, a great run and catch from Jay-Z Gray.
Absolutely. Put that money on the dot. Put that ball on the money.
Yeah, so Terry's sitting back in zone coverage, and Gray's just going to run a little out pattern and find the space. So 3 wide receivers again. Parker barefoot coming out of the backfield, but the throw instead goes to Gray again. Going to be overthrown, falls incomplete. 59 seconds left as Wes Jones has moved into Terry territory. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. Terry territory. So we'll see if the Terry defense is content to sit back or if they send pressure on Lindsey this time. Looks like they will blitz from the weak side, but Caleb Holmes is going to run over a Terry defender, and he's going to be dropped at the 25-yard line. But shot out of a cannon was Caleb Holmes. Sets up Wes Jones first down and 10. We'll stop the clock momentarily for the first down. Now it's going to run again, but this is 2-minute drill time right here. Holmes doesn't get the handoff. We throw to Watson instead. He makes a man miss, and Chandler Watson has his second touchdown of the night. I tell you what, Chandler Watson just broke Colby George's ankles. So George went to defend Watson after he made the catch, but Watson acted like he was going to cut to his right, instead went back to his left, and George just had nowhere to go, had nothing to do. So Watson, his 15th touchdown catch of the season. And how about this? I don't want to get this wrong, and I'm going to say this with about 98% confidence. Out of 8 games, that is 6 of these games are multi-touchdown games for Chandler Watson at the receiver position. Had the Laurel game at the beginning of the season that he did struggle. And then against Petal, only scored 1 in the big loss against Petal. But the other 6 games, Chandler Watson with at least 2 touchdown catches in every one of those games.
Absolutely. You know, what a way by Caleb Holmes, you know, number 10, right on the train tracks of Caleb Holmes, and just...
Yeah. I mean, once again, we said it at the beginning. You got to get the run game going if you want to set up the pass. Caleb Holmes is running hard. Shout out to those fat boys on the offensive line, right? All the way across that offensive line. You've got Bill Cooley. You got Alex Acosta, Will Pickering, Savion Keys, C.J. Broyles. Guys are opening up holes to allow Caleb Holmes to get into that second level. When he gets into the second level, you see that he can run over the Terry safeties. Brian Alvarez set to kick things off. Pretty nice kick to about the 13-yard line. George looking to the opposite side of the field. Now trying to cut back. Dances around. Going to be stopped short of the 30-yard line. So 25 seconds until the half. And you're impressed with Terry responding. But like I said, maybe they left too much time on the clock because Wes Jones' offense, Kelly, didn't take them long to drive the field and find 6.
Absolutely not. You know, if anything, you can try and get a field goal out of this, but, you know, Mustangs probably going to try and hold them here to nothing.
So over 40 catches now for Chandler Watson, 15 touchdown catches. He's averaging, Kelly, 25 yards a catch. But for now, the Wes Jones defense got to hold Terry off here. You know, they're 70 yards away from 6. Looks like have some movement up front. I saw Oki Twilly move, but I think he was baited by big number 71 on that offensive line. That's Luckett. So Terry going to back up 5 yards. Thanks so much for watching our broadcast here on the Mustang Network. We are sponsored by WAYNE-SANDERSON Farms, Hills In-House Jewelers in Laurel. That's located over there by McAllister's. Shout out to them. Cleaning my wife's and resizing my wife's engagement ring and wedding ring. And 601 Sports in Laurel. So pass is going to fall incomplete. That's Brady Busby, who is looking for Gowdy, number 88. Had a little bit of pressure, and it's going to bring up about 2nd down and 15.
Looked like a little bit of a misconfusion there, throwing-wise.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication. And, you know, if you're Terry here, if I'm Coach Chris Thigpen, I don't want to take a lot of risk here. You're not in an area of the field that you want to do that with 21 seconds. I think I would almost be content with a 7-point deficit at the half. So Baker gets back past the original line of scrimmage. And we're just going to let the clock tick down, it appears, under 10 seconds. And as we head into halftime, your Mustangs 14, Terry 7. You're watching the Mustang Network. We'll be right back here and give you some halftime scores from area teams. And then we're gonna mute our mics and let you listen to the all superior rated West Jones Pride marching band. We'll be right back here on the Mustang. .601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
The creation of our new esports team has really caused a stir on campus. Some of our students and staff have been, well, a little too inspired.
So I'm just going to tape these together like this, and I think you'll be good to go for your Rocket League match tonight. How's that feel?
West Jones Middle School, can you hold, please?
We're down 6-7. Kelly's been TKing the whole half. We got to lock in and finish them.
Please get started on your lap.
Just one more game. Are they playing when I think they're playing? This is starting to get really annoying.
And welcome back to halftime here from West Jones. Your Mustangs leading the Terry Bulldogs by a score of 14-7, thanks to 2 touchdowns from Chandler Watson. Terry did manage to equalize at 7-7, but then the Mustangs left with about 1 minute and 49 seconds left, managed to drive the field and steal a halftime lead away from the Bulldogs. I'm Matt Reed alongside Kelly Deal. Kelly, I believe you have a few scores, second quarter and halftime scores for us.
Yes, sir. At the end of at halftime, Northeast Jones leads East Central 7-0. At halftime, Petal leads Brandon down in Brandon, I believe, 21-14. And a surprise here, at halftime, North Pike leads South Jones 7-3.
Wow.
And this is a hard one to believe. At halftime, Oak Grove leads Meridian 55-6.
Wow. So running clock in Meridian. Definitely keep an eye on a couple of these important region games. You've got the winless North Pike Jaguars, who are playing South Jones and currently leading them. Laurel also losing to Natchez, we said earlier. A lot of close games by our area teams. Northeast, like you said, with a 7-point lead, big district game against East Central. But lots of scores to report. We'll try to keep you updated on those as we watch the Terry Bulldog band. But my takeaways from the first half, I fully expect our offense to get things going here in the second half. You kind of start to see some things click. You see us start to open some more holes. Maybe Terry getting a little tired. Got some guys playing on both sides of the ball. But, man, shout out to those guys up front, Bill Cooley and the likes of Savion Keys, Will Pickering, C.J. Broyles for opening up some space for Caleb Holmes to run. Tootie Lindsay, we've seen him with a few key runs as well. Haven't seen him run the ball, I don't think, since he went down with an injury, but he has been back in the game and slinging the ball around to Chandler Watson.
Absolutely, that's a good, it's a good sign that he's still slinging the ball around to some of his top receivers, and at halftime with the lead, with the momentum shifting your way, and especially coming out for second half and receiving kickoff, that's got to be big.
So this matchup, a lot of people don't realize this, but maybe never thought about this, but West Jones, the only Jones County team. I think you mentioned this to me earlier. The only Jones County team to play Terry ever. With Terry being the same classification as us. I remember just back about this matchup from a couple of years ago. Football game turned into a soccer game. If anybody remembers that, it was a 2-0 West Jones win here at Mustang Stadium. The first time these teams met in 2023. I remember a safety by Lunch Meat over there in the end zone in front of the tents. And, that was all the scoring that we had that game. It was literally a 2-0 game. Brought me flashbacks of Auburn beating Sylvester Crooms, Mississippi State Bulldogs 3-2. The sad one for me to remember as a Bulldog, but you don't usually go to a football game and see a soccer game break out. But later on in that season, we had to meet Terry again in the playoffs. Got him by a couple of touchdowns in that matchup. Went down to Terry last year. We mentioned this on the coaches show earlier. Actually, yesterday, mentioned it on the coaches show with Rich and Coach Reynolds about how last year we went to Terry and really got the best of them on the road. But so we are eagerly awaiting 14 minutes left till the end of halftime. We are eagerly awaiting the West Jones Pride marching band. Kelly, you got any more information on Terry or West Jones or this matchup?
Yeah, so like you said, the Bulldogs and the Mustangs played twice back in 2023, the state championship year. It was 2-0. And then, second round of playoffs, the Bulldogs come back to Mustang Stadium and lose 21-7. But this is only the 6th meeting between these two teams, and the Mustangs have won all 5 of them so far.
Yeah, so certainly in position to do that again tonight and keep that perfect record against Coach Thigpen's Bulldogs. So as we look at the band, I know we talked about this earlier. We will see the Killins bring out their show in just a few minutes. The West Jones Pride Marching Band. And it's a show that earned them all superior ratings at Neshoba Central last week. They will compete at Pearl High School October 25th at 7:15 p.m. In the state championships. So best wishes to them. Head on over to Pearl and go support your band. Also, I know we have some making the drive up to Tupelo tomorrow. I hope to go support our Mustangs. Our Mustangs, our girls swim team, coached by Coach Lindy Lyon, going for their third straight state championship. Like I said, a feat that no one in school history has been able to accomplish. So best wishes to the girls and the boys as they compete in state tomorrow over in Tupelo.
Absolutely. You know, like you said, no coach has ever done that. And, you know, Coach Lyon looks to be the first to do that.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly put in the work. You know, that you know who they are because they come to school with their hair soaking wet because they've been practicing at, 5:30, 5:45 in the morning at the natatorium before school. So it takes a different level of dedication to do that. I know we had Coach Lyon on West Guest in the studio last month, but doing a great job with the swim program, so shout out to them. Hope they bring home some hardware. So as we wait on the Mustang Pride to set up, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back and let you hear their 2025 halftime show. We'll be right back.
Frank, this stadium control room is so awesome.
Want to see something really cool?
Yes, I do. Whoa, it's beautiful. Look, goosebumps.
I didn't think that was possible for a chicken.
Why not?
Because you're not a goose?
Are you a goose, Frank?
No.
Can you get goosebumps?
Yes.
And that makes sense. How?
I see your point.
Yeah. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
Whether you're in the woods, on the field, or just looking for everyday gear, 601 Sports in Laurel has you covered. From hunting essentials and top athletic equipment to stylish apparel and gift-worthy favorites, you'll find trusted brands like Costa, Yeti, Browning, Columbia, Under Armour, and many more. 601 Sports, Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store. Mustang Network tryouts were tough, mostly on the equipment.
Staying on.
How's the school year going?
Officer Gilson, I need you right now. This student has just hit me.
I'm Van Albert, and I'm live from the new
Hello, Wes Jones, and I'm...
Wait, we need an interview. What's your name?
Being a part of the Mustang
Network.
Being a part of the Mustang Network is so much fun.
Today I'm here with Dr. Rogers. How are you today?
Dr. Rogers? That's not my name.
Hi, and welcome to the Mustang Network.
I'm on my way, Miss Bella.
Welcome back to the Mustang Network. We are going to let you sit back and enjoy our West Jones Pride Marching Band and their award-winning show here at West Jones Stadium. We'll be right back. Turn these mics back on in about 6 or 7 minutes.
Marching Band 2025 production of The West We Know.
West we know moves with the land. Slow mornings, quiet strength, and wide skies. Hard, love our neighbors, and keep the fire of freedom burning in everything we do. The West we know rises early and rides more. It's built on grit, sweat, and the unshakable belief that a new day is always worth chasing. The West we know holds tight to its people. Friends become family. And in the quiet moments under star-filled skies, we're reminded that belonging is the greatest kind of wealth. Yes, we have weathered our storms, but we stand tall when times get tough and never back down. The West we know is not just where the buffalo roam. It's where every hand helps and every heart stands strong. This is our way, our will, and our home. The West we know is the free state of Jones.
The group soloist tonight is Margie King, and our trumpet soloist is Chris Coleman. The West Coast Band is under the direction of band directors Cody Killings, Joey Killings, Lindsey Washington, and Mark Elsenshaw. Additional staff members include color guard instructor Lakin Valentine and drum major instructor Jessica Coates. We'd like to congratulate the West Coast Band for earning all superior ratings at the MHSAA marking evaluation last weekend. Best wishes to our band as they participate in the Gary Graves Memorial Marching Competition at Kettle High School tomorrow. And one more time, let's give a round of applause to the all-superior West Jones Mustang. The area scores an interest at halftime. Laurel leads Ratchet 7-6. Northeast Jones leads East Central 7-0. And in third quarter action,
North Pike leads South Jones.
So we are back
7-5.
here on the Mustang Network. You have just heard The West We Know, the award-winning show by the West Jones Pride Marching Band. We do want to update you on the latest scores from area teams. Kelly, you got that for us?
Yes, sir. I'll get that pulled up for us.
So I know one that we just heard from PA announcer Rich Gray is 7-6 Laurel over Natchez. Laurel has scored and kicked the PAT to take the lead over Natchez. Over in Ellisville, a little bit of a surprise so far. South Jones just blocked a punt for a safety, but they trail 7-5 in Ellisville to the North Pike Jaguars. Critical district game. I guess all district games are critical, but over there in Ellisville. Northeast Jones on the road on the coast over at Hurley taking on the East Central Hornets. Leads 7-0 in that one at the half. You got Wayne County?
Wayne County leads Van Cleve 21-17. We did say Petal leads Brandon 21-14. Taylorsville leads Enterprise 28-6.
Man, Petal made quick work of the Mustangs, and then the next week go on the road to beat Oak Grove. Now ahead of Brandon. So that loss by the Mustangs not looking too bad in terms of quality losses, if there is such a thing so far. So we are almost ready for second half action here in Mustang Stadium. The Mustang faithful are on their feet. Cowbells are ringing. Mustangs are back on the sideline, as are the Terry Bulldogs. 14-7. And we're going to take a quick commercial break before we start the second half of play here in Soso.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
So welcome back to Mustang Stadium. You're watching the Mustang Network here on our YouTube channel. Kelly, we've got a game. I know it's fair week. Crowd is a little bit, you would expect it to be a little thin this Friday and maybe next Friday, but man, if I got to pick between the fair and Friday night football, I'm going to be here every time.
Absolutely. Nothing beats Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the fall weather, it's not hot. We got rid of heat timeouts. No heat timeouts in October in Mississippi high school football as Terry is set to kick things off. That's Derek Howard. Puts his foot into the ball. Little short sky kick. It's going to drop on the ground. Picked up by Watson, who's got a little space. And he's going to be brought down, pushed out of bounds at about his own 45-yard line.
Mustangs have a Chase Kerman agency. First down.
So I didn't realize in pregame, I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention that Howard is actually a straight-on kicker, not a soccer-style kicker, Derek Howard. But to be a straight-on, you don't see too many straight-on kickers these days. But to be one, not doing a bad job tonight. Didn't mean to onside that one, but ball fell on the ground a little bit, and Chandler Watson did a good job of coming up, getting it, and putting the Mustangs in good field position.
Yeah, absolutely. Most these days you see, mainly soccer kids kicking, but,
As Tootie Lindsay brings his offense back on the field, you've got Gray, Watson, and Jones, the wide receivers. Holm takes the handoff. He's going to have about 5 or 6 yards on first down. So really good gain on first down for the Mustangs.
I know we are in the third quarter, but the pink flag is still throwing me off a little bit.
It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We'll see a lot of pink from here on out. Wristbands, flags, everything like that. So to honor those victims of breast cancer. Caleb Holmes takes the handoff again. He's got space on the outside, picks up a first down, still going. Inside the 30, inside the 20, pushed out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Really hard run by Caleb Holmes. Holmes really splitting carries the past couple of years. And focusing more on linebacker the past couple of years, but this year with the absence, the graduation of Elijah Jones, Holmes has really settled in as the feature back in this offense.
Absolutely, making quick work here to start this third quarter off.
Lindsay, play action. He's got Watson, and that's the hat trick. Chandler Watson making it look easy. The play action pass is going to set up Watson, who fooled the Terry defense, runs wide open, and that is going to be his 16th touchdown on this young season. Cruz McKee's PAT is up, and once again, it is good, his third of the night. With 11 minutes, 1 second remaining in the third quarter. West Jones offense puts 6 on the board, 21-7, Mustangs over the Bulldogs. We'll be right back here on the Mustang Network.
less than a minute.
So West Jones pushes their lead to 14 over district foe Terry. 11 minutes left here in quarter number 3. As you know, that last drive set up by the short kick. Special teams has been good for Terry tonight on the punt game. You know, they made their PAT, but the kickoff there was meant to be a sky kick that really set the Mustangs up in good field position and led to the Mustang touchdown. Alvarez puts his foot in it. Going to be fielded at the 16-yard line. That's Kendrick. Makes a man miss, but he's going to be brought down. Tackled at the 26-yard line. Looks like by number 21, Lakias Martin.
To the Bulldog 29-yard line. Tackle made by Lakias Martin. Terry takes over.
Sorry, the 29-yard line is where he is going to be tackled. That's where Terry's offense will begin. Brady Busby out to try to get that Bulldog offense going here in the second half.
I don't know if it's just me, but I think that every time that the Mustangs are kicking off, Parker Barefoot is back there before he even receives the kick.
Man, yeah, he's been everywhere tonight. So tackle there by number 9, Sawyer Shows. Big defensive tackle for West Jones, but not before a pickup of about 4 on the play. You mentioned a guy like Barefoot who is playing both ways. Not in the game currently, but he's a guy that's getting a lot of snaps so far this year.
Absolutely, he's been one of their key receivers this year.
Yeah, been really active. So Busby going to hand off to Baker, finds space on the left, tries to make a move, but B.B. Hilton not falling for it. So going to bring up third down after the short gain by Baker. Third down and about 4 for Terry. Carter Ross into the game at cornerback, along with Derek Dean at the top of your screen. Harrison Pierce also defending on the left side of this Mustang defense. So lots of new faces on the field for West Jones. It's that next man up mentality here for the Mustangs. Baker gonna run through a couple of tackles, stiff arms a man, and he's gonna be out around the 45, make it the 47-yard line. So once again, Rondé Baker, senior, 5'11", 200 pounds, really runs with a low center of gravity, and I have yet to see him go down on first contact tonight, Kelly.
Absolutely, you know, he's been a big part of their run game tonight and has been very successful in that run game.
He does check out of the game right now to get a break. That's going to be Duplessis who comes into the game. Play action pass, Busby looking deep. He's got a man running wide open, and he's going to make the catch for the touchdown. Colby George just beat Derek Dean. Dean kind of got lost in the coverage down the field. George makes the catch inside the 5, walks into the end zone, and all of a sudden we're back at a one-score game.
You know, Colby George is also a name that we're going to call out a lot tonight. Just a junior. I mean, he's one of their top outsides this year.
Right. So, and George being a guy, a bigger receiver, going up against Dean, who's listed at 5'7", 145, just got the best of number 19 on that play. High snap. Kick is going to be blocked. That looks like it's Harrison Pierce really being a catalyst on the field for the Mustang defense and special teams. So 21-13 is your score, 9:17 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back here on the Mustang Network. So sorry about that, but the kickoff is going to go through the end zone. Mustang's going to take over after the touchback, 1st and 10 from their own 20. So was that Howard? Was that 26, their normal kicker, that kicked that one through the end zone? Where, it did take a big bounce, but where was that on the previous kickoff? Pinning the Mustangs back deep. So instead of the sky kick, they kick it through the end zone, and Tootie Lindsay gonna bring that Mustang offense back out. Handoff to Holmes is gonna be bottled up. Loss on the play brings up 2nd down and about 12. So for the most part, the past couple of drives, West Jones' offensive line has really paved the way for Caleb Holmes and given Tootie Lindsay plenty of time to throw. On that play, however, a few different Terry Bulldogs in the backfield. Barefoot in motion, low snap, flag on the play. Looks like somebody got a head start. Will be false start on West Jones. So, the past couple of players that we've had in the studio on the coaches show have mentioned, and I think Coach Reynolds has even alluded to this, got to clean up the penalties this time of the year. You can almost make an excuse for them early in the season when people are still trying to get trying to learn the system and learn the offense, getting a little jittery. But later in the season like this, just no excuse for the false start. So Lindsay looking to his right, and the pass is complete, but a big hit. Jay-Z Gray did a great job of holding on to it. So short gain, but he was met by Chadarius Rogers. As soon as he caught the ball turned around, looked like Reggie Bush on that famous Saints play, being set up by the throw. But nonetheless, good job by Gray holding on to the pass.
Yeah, and you were talking about the penalties. Every play is not going to be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. 3rd down and 15 here. Lindsay looks to pass. He's got Watson. Does Watson have glue on his hands? What a catch. Lindsay's got pressure and just slings it out. I kind of thought he was throwing it away. Watson just caught it off of the defender. College coaches better start paying attention to Watson. Big 1st down catch. Highlight reel catch by Chandler Watson for a West Jones 1st down. So handoff to Holmes. Big hit. Does give up the ball, but he's already out of bounds. So gain of about 4 brings up 2nd down and 6. So injured player on the field for Terry. As we have a moment, Kelly, how about college football? Some big college games this week. You've got Ole Miss on the road at Georgia. Go Dogs. You've got Hail State on the road in Gainesville. Rumors of Billy Napier possibly going to be fired regardless of the outcome of the game on Sunday. Reports of that have come out this week. We'll see if there's any truth to that. Southern Miss going to play at Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns. University of Louisiana, I guess, as they're known these days. But should be an exciting day of college football tomorrow. College game going on right now, actually. Louisville over Miami, 24-13 in that one. So interesting there. The Miami Hurricanes losing right now to Louisville on a little bit of Friday night college football. Caleb Holmes met in the backfield loss of a couple. Big hit there, and looks like not a sight that you want to see if you're West Jones. That's Caleb Holmes down on the play. Took a shot there from a Terry defender. Going to be 3rd down and 8. With 7:12 remaining here in quarter number 3. West Jones leads by 8, 21-13. We're going to let the trainers check on Caleb Holmes, and we'll be right back here on the Mustang Network. Whether you're in the woods, on the field, or just looking for everyday gear, 601 Sports in Laurel has you covered. From hunting essentials and top athletic equipment to stylish apparel and gift-worthy favorites, you'll find trusted brands like Costa, Yeti, Browning, Columbia, Under Armour, and many more. 601 Sports, Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
So the play we missed, low snap to Lindsey, but he found Braden Powell for a big first down catch. Really nice play by Powell. Caleb Holmes exits the game on the previous play. Trainers are checking him out right now, but for the meantime, J.Z. Gray, number 0, in at running back for West Jones. So Powell moves into the slot. West Jones 1st and 10 from the Terry 45-yard line. Just over 6 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Barefoot in motion again. Low snap. Lindsey hands off to Gray. Gray's got space on the left side. 1st down and more. Flag on the play. Flag flies into the secondary, and this one might be coming back. So flag came flying in from the back judge. Going to discuss it with the head official right now. But threw it in the area of holding in the secondary by one of the receivers. Something to keep an eye on here. So Gray did a good job of finding space on the outside. It is going to be holding against West Jones. And it will push things back. But it is a 1st down for West Jones.
From the spot of the valve.
So move the chains.
Gain is still enough for another Chase Sherman Agency Mustang 1st down.
West Jones 1st down and 10. Holmes still out of the game. Play clock being reset as Gray going to get another handoff. Bounces to the outside. Going to be taken down by a couple of Bulldogs near the sideline.
Inside the 30-yard line, down to the Bulldog 29. Brings up a Mustang 2nd down.
So, you know, a couple of guys on the offensive side of the ball who have been surprises, pleasant surprises for West this year. We've talked about Barefoot, Braden Powell, J.Z. Gray. These are guys who didn't get a lot of snaps last year at the varsity level and have really helped this Mustang offense. It's not just Chandler Watson that's making this offense go. It's not just Caleb Holmes, but you've got these complementary pieces like these guys who are helping things out. And speaking of, I might have jinxed him. Braden Powell running open down the seam. Just couldn't quite reel that one in. might have scored, might have been 6, Kelly, if he was able to hang on to that one.
Absolutely. It looked like it may have popped up and he would have caught it again.
Yeah, it looked like he still had a chance after the ball initially hit his hands or helmet or whatever it hit, but couldn't bring it in even after the deflection. So Terry really crowding that line of scrimmage. Lindsey looks again, same play. Braden Powell for 6. I tell you what, he didn't drop that one, and he was just as wide open as he was on the prior play. So starting quarterback finds backup quarterback all the way to the end zone for 6. Mustangs lead 27-13, pending the extra point. And with that touchdown pass, as Cruz McKee's kick is up and good, Tootie Lindsey, 20 touchdown passes on the season. As he finds Braden Powell, number 11, for that one. We'll be right back here on the Mustang Network. West Jones leads by 15.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi. Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. West Jones going to give the ball back to Terry here. 5:12 remaining in quarter number 3. Mustangs lead 28-13. As Terry going to field the kick around the 15-yard line. Barefoot misses, and Terry going to go down shy of the 30-yard line. Barefoot's had a really good game tonight. Just couldn't quite make the tackle that time. Playing on all 3 sides of the ball, Kelly.
Absolutely. You know, he's one of those players that's been really good for the Mustangs this year.
Yeah, so flag on the play, no surprise. But looked like near the end of the play, the flag is going to come out. And it is going to be holding against Terry. So back it up, Terry, again. And the Bulldogs going to start inside their own 20-yard line. We are keeping an eye on some local scores from the area high school football games going on tonight. We're gonna get you some updates here just as soon as we can. Terry trying to climb back into this one, a 2-score game now. We'll see if Cecil Hicks's defense can get off the field 3 and out. Baker takes the handoff. Actually, the pitch goes out to the right. Gets into the second level. He's still going. Official's going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So Baker having himself a game. Biggest test of the season for Terry, and Rondé Baker has came to play.
Absolutely, like we've been saying, he's been their main guy in the backfield.
Yeah, he's been their workhorse for sure. Has Rondé Baker. So Terry going to start things 1st and 10 from their 42. 4:55 left in quarter number 3. So high snap. Baker gets the handoff again. He's going to be taken down. Looks like Oki Twilly was the first one to get there. Gain of about 1 on the play. Kelly, got some of those scores?
Absolutely. Riley's up on McGee in the 3rd quarter, 21-0. In the 4th quarter, North Pike up on South Jones, 14-5.
Oh, that's one to watch.
There must have been a typo. In the 4th quarter, it says Oak Grove leads Meridian 42-14. And then Here it's 28-13.
Yeah, so interesting game in Ellisville. The unbeaten South Jones Braves and the winless North Pike Jaguars. North Pike got the best of the Braves so far. 2-score game in Ellisville. So low throw by Busby. It is going to be ruled a catch right in front of the West Jones sideline. Gain of about 3 on the play brings up a 3rd down and 5 situation.
Also in the 4th quarter, Northeast Jones leads East Central still 7-0.
So low scoring game on the coast between the Tigers and the Hornets. Like I said, everything this time of the year is district play for every team. So all of these games matter. As Terry has Busby alongside Baker in the backfield. Busby drops back to pass. He's got a man, makes the catch. He's up the right side. That's Gibson for a Terry first down. So Braden Gibson, big 6'2" receiver for Terry, has enough to move the chains for the Bulldogs. So it looks like for West Jones, Ryder Wiggum going to check back out of the game for Trayvon Moffitt to get Moffitt back on the field. Moffitt, a senior, clogging up the middle for the West Jones defense. 6'2", 315, number 55, Trayvon Moffitt. Baker going to be hit in the backfield and tackled by Dante Sands coming off the edge. Nice job by Sands, who is, I believe that's about 56, 57 tackles for him on the season. Another guy that didn't get a whole lot of time last year, a junior, 6'1", 200 pounds, coming off the edge.
I mean, what a way to meet him right there at the line, and cost a little loss of yards, or maybe right back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just a little bit behind the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 11 for Busby in the offense. Busby has time in the pocket, now rolls to the right. He's got a man open, but he's going to sail it out of bounds. Defended on the play by Harrison Pierce. We did mention West Jones has sadly been without the services of Hudson Pierce since the South Jones game. Suffered that devastating leg injury. We want to wish him well, wish him a great senior year here on campus. And I know his brother Harrison is playing with a heavy heart because he wants his brother out there on the field. But having a really nice game tonight is Harrison Pierce. Busby, hard count, takes a snap. Maybe a block in the back. I don't see a flag, though. Busby has all day to throw. He had a man who broke off his route running open down the sideline, but overshoots his intended target. Might have been Gowdy, and there is a penalty flag right smack dab in the middle of the action. Looks like Terry had an ineligible man downfield. Long, drawn-out play. One of those offensive linemen got a head start, not thinking that the pass hadn't already happened.
I will tell you, if that pass was not thrown, Sawyer Showers would have met him right there in the backfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Showers was in the backfield that time, causing some chaos. So 2 returners back. That's Powell and Gray, trying to make sure the Mustangs don't get pinned back deep inside their territory. So Beverly, high snap over his head, going to be chased. Beverly just going to fall on it, going to set the Mustangs up in excellent field position. So after the high snap, not a lot of pressure being brought by the Mustangs, coincidentally, but it looks like number 46, Brooks Myrick, was approaching Beverly, and Beverly had no choice but to just fall on it. Instead of just make something happen, I think I might have picked it up and tried to make some get some yardage back at least, or run around the edge and get a little rugby punt off.
Absolutely.
But Beverly going to fall on it after the high snap. West Jones going to be set up at about the 26-yard line as Holmes is back into the game. That's good news for West Jones. Short gain of about 3 on the play. Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Mustangs clinging to a 15-point lead, hoping to add to that. Home crowd getting loud, getting excited, cheering on our boys here, looking to go 2-0 in region play. Lindsey, play action. He's going to overshoot his receiver. There was a lot of contact. Not sure if the ball was catchable, but Ethan Jones, the intended target. Lindsey missed high on that one. So that's a play that we saw on the opposite side with Watson. Just a little play action handoff, bait the defenders up, and a little slant by that outside receiver. Didn't work that time, but Lindsey looking deep for Jones this time. Got to be a flag there. Defender never got turned around. I don't see a flag on the play. Jones really never had a chance to catch that one. Did not look like the DB for Terry ever got turned around. So maybe Terry catching a break there that there's no flag on the play for PI.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of, pushing and shoving down there, but, like you said, it didn't get turned around.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to get your head around. That's one thing officials look for. They want to see the defender make a play on the ball, and I didn't see him do that on that one. Lindsey looking to pass again. He's got Jones. Pass was a little bit behind him, and it's going to fall incomplete. Mustangs going to send out the defense after the turnover on downs. So, unfortunate we don't get the call, but, really just shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit there on the other two plays by the passes just being a little off target.
Yeah, missing.
You missed Jones high and then missing Jones behind him on that last one on fourth down. But a positive thing from that drive is you see number 6 back on the field.
Absolutely.
Busby going to hand off. Baker, no room inside, but he bounces outside. He's got space in the secondary. Finally brought down by Parker Barefoot, but not before a big gain and a Terry first down.
Man, Parker Barefoot has just been everywhere, like you said, playing all 3 sides of the ball tonight, and he's just flying.
Yeah, he's certainly got things going for this West Jones defense. So Terry with 3 wide receivers on the bottom of your screen. Instead, the handoff is to Baker on the right side, and he's going to have another Terry first down, gain of about 15 on the carry. Got to be approaching. We're not keeping up with stats tonight. Got to be approaching 200 yards on the night. If I had to guess, is Rondé Baker.
Absolutely, he's been their main guy tonight.
44 seconds left. West Jones in the third quarter. West Jones with a 15-point lead. I want to give a shout out to 601 Sports in Laurel. If you haven't been over there and stopped by, they've really got it going on besides City Home Center on Highway 15 North. As handoff this time going to be to Duplessis. Gain of about 4. 601 Sports in Laurel. Thanks so much to those guys for sponsoring our broadcast, our home broadcast this year. Go over there and check it out. They got a lot of name brands that you're going to like. I also want to give a shout out to Hills In-House Jewelers located by McAllister's. You got any jewelry needs, go see them. Great people over there at Hills. And WAYNE-SANDERSON Farms in Laurel, always sponsoring all things West Jones. So Terry, running back, looks like that's Duplessis again, going to be met as we end the third quarter. No gain on the play. Everybody holding up 4 for the fourth quarter. Purge is playing here in Soso. When we come back, we got 12 minutes left. We'll try to get you some local score updates. We'll be right back here on the Mustang Network. .601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. West Jones, as we start the fourth quarter, clinging to a 15-point lead. Terry trying to make it a one-score game, though. Third down and about 7 from the West Jones 39-yard line. Busby takes the snap. He's got a man, low throw. It is caught, but I believe he's going to be short of the line to gain. Make it 4th down and 1 for Terry. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 33-yard line. So Mustangs looking here to try to get a turnover on downs. I would look for Terry here to try to bounce things outside. And they do try to get outside the tackles. It's going to be close. The indication is that it will be a Terry first down. We do have a couple of local score updates. North Pike has scored again to go up 21-5 in Ellisville on the unbeaten South Jones Braves. North Pike, an opponent that West Jones, and football's a funny thing. North Pike came to West just several weeks ago, and Mustangs, I believe, 35-6, something like that was the final score. But the Jaguars looking to get their first win on the season against the Braves. So Baker gets the handoff, finds a seam. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play. We'll try to get you some updates on Wayne County, Northeast Jones, Taylorsville, and Laurel. Kelly, if you have those, we'll get them after this next play. So Busby almost falls, throws a pretty ball in the end zone, and that is going to be a touchdown for Gibson. Randy Moss-like touchdown over the head of Braylon Agee. There is a late flag that came in on the play. The smaller Agee gives up the touchdown to Gibson. Really well thrown ball, I will say, by Busby. The call is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, and they're going to enforce the penalty on the kickoff. Gibson scores that touchdown and wants to let West Jones know about it. So pending this extra point, Terry can make it a one-score game. Beverly, as the snap is low, and Holder's going to have to pick it up. Looks to run. He's going to be brought down. So Terry, second time tonight, they've had problems on the snap of a PAT. The first one was a high snap that ended up getting blocked by Harrison Pierce. That one going to be a low snap that gives the holder problems. Probably did the wise thing by picking the ball up. I don't think there's any way he was going to get the kickoff at that point. But Kelly, update us on some scores.
So in the fourth quarter, Laurel leads Natchez by a score of 7-6. Northeast Jones ahead of East Central 21-0. Riley up on McGee 28-6. Petal and Brandon in a shootout. Petal leads that one 24-21. And Taylorsville's up on Enterprise 42-6.
All right, so you heard it here first on the Mustang Network. Local score updates. Just never know what's going to happen. That's what makes sports so great. Is when the underdog can pull off the upset. So lots of close games tonight. That's what stands out to me. Not a whole lot. You know, obviously you talked about Oak Grove Meridian being a blowout. Taylorsville Enterprise is a blowout. But a lot of those other games, most of those are really close, 1-score, 2-score games late in the second half. So the kick is going to be fielded by Powell at about the 24, and he's going to be brought down shy of the 30-yard line. 10:06 left due to 2 botched PATs, 1 blocked, and another one low snap, and the holder being tackled and not getting the conversion. Terry, instead of being down 7 or 8, are down 9, and so that's key because they're now down by 2 scores. West Jones looking to improve to 6-2 on the season. Still some work to do. Tootie Lindsay has left the game for a couple of plays. Did come back in. He seems to mostly be fine. Hands the ball off to Holmes here. Holmes breaks a couple of tackles, dragging a defender on the ground. Picks up 6. Really hard run by Holmes, getting ahead of steam around that right side. So another score update. Northeast has scored again over East Central. 21-0. Northeast down on the coast in Hurley. Caleb Holmes going to check out of the game as Jay-Z Gray goes into the Mustang backfield. So Lindsay, kind of a bad snap, hands off to Gray, who is brought down. Going to be a loss of about 1 on the play. So 3rd down and about 5. Make it 4. 3rd down and 4 for West Jones. And if I'm offensive coordinator David Parker, I'm going to try to, if I'm going to run the ball here in a critical 3rd down situation, I'm going to look for big number 63 to run behind. But instead they're going to pass. Lindsay being pressured, little screen, and he gets it out to Jay-Z Gray, makes a couple of men miss, and he's going to be brought down, but not before another Mustang 1st down. I tell you what, really nice play call there with the screen play. Lindsay with some pressure, but managed to dump it off to Gray before he was hit. Gray's going to make a man miss, and then he's going to have going to be brought down by number 2, Colby George. But I think George maybe took the worst of that as he is down on the field near the 50-yard line.
Coach Reed, we do have a final.
Okay. So,
North Pike has beat South Jones 21-5.
So it is a final score in Ellisville. The Jaguars of North Pike have done the unthinkable and won their first game of the year against the previously unbeaten South Jones Braves in Ellisville. We will try to continue to keep you updated on Natchez and Laurel, Taylorsville and Enterprise, Brandon and pedal. West Jones going to have things first down and 10. You are watching the Mustang Network here on YouTube. I'm Matt Reed. If you're just joining us alongside Kelly Dill, it's been a huge night for Chandler Watson, who's lined up at the bottom of your screen. He's got the hat trick again tonight. Mustangs may be content as we are going to have a false start. A little bit of movement up front. The umpire throws the flag. So it'll be first down and 15. I would imagine with 8.5 minutes left and ticking and a 2-score lead, I would imagine we're going to try to run the ball a lot, keep the clock rolling, not put the ball in the air a whole lot here these last 8 minutes.
Absolutely. I could also see that happening.
So Powell lined up in the slot. Low snap. Lindsey play action. He does have Watson, so we do go to the air. The pass is going to fall incomplete. There was contact defended that time by Duplessis and Micah Shepard against Watson. You know, well thrown ball, but, you know, bang play there as far as if the defender got there first or if the ball got there first. But nonetheless, falls incomplete. Second down and 15 for West. Lindsey scrambles right, gets outside the pocket, makes a heads-up play and throws that one away. Lindsey, you know, I tell you what, somebody who's dealt with injuries last year, he went down earlier in the game and he hadn't quite looked the same as far as moving around, running, something lower body still aggravating him a little bit. But good thing he's still in the game to throw the ball. But I would imagine a lot of handoffs here the last part of the game. 8 minutes, another flag. And before the snap, Coach Reynolds, Coach Parker are going to want to talk things over with their offense. So with 7:57 remaining, we're going to be right back here on the Mustang Network.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
Welcome back to the Mustang Network here on our YouTube broadcast. Thanks for joining us. 9-point game, 7:57 left. Lindsey going to hand off to Holmes. Holmes is running hard, dragging a defender. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Does bring up fourth down, but the most important thing here is that clock is going to keep ticking. Offense is going to stay on the field momentarily, but Coach Reynolds wisely going to send out Leo Stinson and the Mustang punt team. Fourth down at about 8 upcoming. Mustang's going to play the field position game here late in this one, up 2 scores, Kelly.
Absolutely, and we do have another final for you.
Go ahead.
Taylorsville has beat Enterprise by a score of 42-12.
All right, so the Tartars getting the win over the Enterprise Bulldogs. Stinson's punt may have been partially blocked, may have just came off the side of his foot. Does take a Mustang bounce, and it's going to come to a stop about the 21-yard line. So about, not a great punt, but it does the trick. You know, does pin Terry back. They're 80 yards away from 6. So 7:02 left. Chandler Watson stays on the field for defense. Don't see trying to look at guys that play both ways. He's the only one on the field that I see currently from that Mustang offense. So 2 running backs on either side of Busby. Terry going to hand off, and that's Baker.
Baker, the ball carrier.
Hit initially by B.B. Hilton.
Takes the ball to the Terry.
It will be a Terry first down.
Up for a Bulldog first down.
Mustangs content here to maybe just bend but not break, not give up anything deep. Maybe a little surprising, 6.5 minutes left. Terry's got to score twice. Don't seem to be in much of a hurry. Busby gets the snap, hands off to Baker, left side. Gain of about 3 or 4 on the play, bottled up by the right side of that Mustang defense. I think B.B. Hilton may have aggravated something on that tackle a couple of plays ago on Baker. Baker's a big man, 5'11", 200 pounds, runs with a head of steam. Solid running back for Terry. Busby, another handoff to Baker. Mustangs doing a good job of containing him on that play, however. Under 6 minutes. Brings up 3rd down and about 5 for Chris Thigpen's Terry Bulldogs.
And we've got another final, and we can announce that after this play.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, shout out to a few of our listeners tonight. Got somebody watching from South Dakota. Got another watching from St. Louis, Missouri. That's the power of the internet. So thanks for supporting West Jones Athletics. Busby takes a snap. Baker looking for space on the left side, and he is met. Looks like Harrison Pierce involved in that one. B.B. Hilton also involved in the tackle. Brings up a Terry 4th down. They'll have no choice but to leave the offense on the field. 4:53 left on the clock in 4th quarter action here in Soso. Region play between the West Jones Mustangs and the Terry Bulldogs.
Yeah, down 2 scores, but this much time left, you've got to keep your offense out there on the field.
Definitely. So Mustang crowd is on their feet. Cowbells are ringing. We're going to have a pre-snap penalty. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and 10 now for Terry after another false start. This atmosphere, one of the best in Mississippi high school football. I may be a little biased. Not a huge crowd tonight. We can thank the fair for that. But still, this place gets loud, it gets rocking when our Mustangs need them the most. So timeout on the field called by Terry. That is their first charged timeout of the second half. Officials still discussing the previous play. Flag still down on the field at the 32-yard line. Looks like Bill Cooley. We had Bryson Cooley, LSU commit. Shout out to all you LSU fans out there. Currently committed to LSU, big number 63. You see him playing tackle for West Jones on the offensive side of the ball. Well, you're also going to see him check into the game every now and then. He was out there. I guess they sent him back off. He was just on the field to go on the defensive line as well, but Coach Hicks bringing him off. But such a nice young man to talk to in our studio the other day. He's excited right now about Baton Rouge. I know he's had a lot of interest, offers from pretty much every big school in the country as far as the SEC goes.
Get on your feet, let's make some noise. It's 4th down.
So officials talking to Coach Thigpen before we get this play started. Not sure what this discussion is about, but we have a 4th down and 5 situation. Last hope here possibly for Terry. Terry and West Jones always play close games. We alluded to the 2-0, the game that will live in infamy from a couple of years ago. Shout out to Isaiah Lunchmeat Lindsay for that safety there to beat Terry a couple of years ago. So another flag. Really just right now a lack of discipline for the Terry Bulldogs on the offensive line. Most critical part of the game, and they can't quite seem to get things together to get on the same page. Can that that Terry offense?
Yeah, they may be just trying to rush the little things and try and get that snap off real fast and try and catch them off guard a little bit.
So 4:25 left. 28-19 here on the Mustang Network in favor of West Jones. Busby's got a little time, throws over the middle, and official's going to rule it a catch. If so, that's a really nice catch by Colby George for a Terry Bulldog first down. Terry's offensive line managed to hold up the edges for West Jones. You had Oki Twilley trying to get through on the left side, and you had Dante Sands trying to get through on the right, but good job by those tackles of holding them off. Busby takes a snap. That's Baker again. Sheds a couple of tacklers. He's going to be up near the 40-yard line, make it the 41.
Man, it has been difficult for them to get Baker down tonight.
Man, I would like to see his numbers on the night. Obviously, all that matters at the end of the day is a Mustang win, but Baker certainly padding those stats tonight. I would really like to see not only his yardage for the night, but also how many broken tackles he's had. He's just been a really tough guy for the Mustangs to tackle.
Absolutely.
Snap, handoff to Baker. Fighting through tacklers, trying to push the pile. Just doing it himself. He's near a first down, going to be about a yard short. Terry, if I'm Terry, I've got to be in a hurry here. They don't seem to have enough urgency. Less than 3 minutes, down 2 scores. I see coaches on the sideline jumping up and down like, but this is crunch time. I know it's 3rd and 1 and you want to get things together, but at the same time, you're going to run out of time if you don't start to hurry things up. So pass is to the top of your screen. That's Colby George all the way down the sideline. And he's going to be pushed out. Official's going to say he stepped out of bounds around the 16. So West Jones had a little bit of soft coverage on the outside that time. Had a little pass out on the flank to George, and George did a good job of getting some yards after the catch.
Yeah, what a pass, and what a good screen pass there by Busby.
Yeah, George. So pass there is going to be incomplete. There's a penalty on the flag. A penalty on the play. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We will get this video up and running. Bear with us. Does look like pass interference. So it will be offensive pass interference against Terry. we are working on getting our video feed back up and running. To be honest, the game has gone just longer than the camera was set to. So the camera was set to go off, and that's my fault. I apologize for that going out. But keeping you updated here, it is first down for Terry, but after the penalty for pass interference, back at the 31-yard line are the Bulldogs. So Terry going to be pushed out of bounds. That's Baker.
Yeah, if you're a Terry here, you've got to be
there we go,
rushing to the football and, you know, trying to get down there and score and trying to get something going.
So under 2 minutes left. We do apologize for those technical difficulties, missing the last couple of plays. It is second down and 21 for Terry. Minute 46, Busby takes the snap. He's going to be sacked, brought down in the backfield. Didn't have anything downfield, so tried to take off and run. It looks like number 63, that's who we were just talking about. LSU commit big Bryson Bill Cooley coming up with the sack for West Jones. So with 1:27 left in the game, Terry's got to find 2 scores. Down 9 points. I'm Matt Reed alongside Kelly Dill. You're watching the Mustang Network. Thanks for joining us on YouTube tonight. We will be back in action next week for another home broadcast, so make sure to catch us here. Make all your trips to the fair before next Friday night, and either come to Mustang Stadium and support your Mustangs or watch on YouTube from anywhere, as people are proving tonight in the comments from South Dakota, from St. Louis, Missouri. Shout out to all of our viewers tonight. Going to continue to try to get you some more score updates. Most of these games have seemed to have probably gone final. It is after 9:30 now. We have a final score on Petal or Wayne County or Laurel or North. Laurel is Laurel comes out victorious over Natchez 17-6. As Busby takes the snap, 3rd and 21. He's got a man open, but throws it on the wrong shoulder. Pass falls incomplete. Looking for Baker. So 4th down upcoming for Terry. 1:23 left.
Northeast Jones has beat East Central 21-0.
So after dropping their first region game last week against Van Cleve, Northeast is going to go on the road and even up their record in region play. Oh, sorry, East actually playing in the jungle tonight instead of on the coast against East Central. So timeout on the field. West Jones wants to talk about it. Wanted to see how Terry was going to line up. Want to make sure and get you guys coached up, because this is the ball game. 4th down and 21. If West Jones gets the stop here, nothing Terry can do. Just one timeout. West will just be able to run the clock out.
Absolutely, and Petal has beat Brandon 27-21.
So how about that? Petal not only goes into Oak Grove last week and wins, but actually beats Brandon this week, breaking in the top 10 of the poll that I saw on social media this week, Mississippi Gridiron. But nice job by Coach Marcus Boyles over there in Petal.
And Seminary has beat McLaurin 61-0.
So Seminary Bulldogs taking care of business against McLaurin. You've also may not have seen him tonight, but you have heard Mustang Cheer, doing a good job with that program, Coach Natalie Smith, and the West Jones cheerleaders, keeping things hyped up here at Mustang Stadium. Busby looking deep, completely overshoots his man, nearly picked off by B.B. Hilton, and all West Jones has got to do is take a knee and run the clock out. So going to be a big win in district play as West Jones is going to move into the driver's seat in their region. You know, got Forest Hill, Jim Hill coming up. Probably, you know, don't want to overlook those games. But you know their eyes are probably on getting a little revenge against Hattiesburg, that last game of the season on I believe Halloween. So West Jones going to line up in victory formation. Lindsay waits for the snap. Just going to go down to a knee.
Lindsay takes a knee.
And the clock is just going to roll as it goes under a minute left. Look at the play clock. Probably going to take 2 more knees to end things here at Mustang Stadium. So do want to give another thank you to our sponsors tonight. Not only do we have WAYNE-SANDERSON Farms, we also have Hills In-House Jewelers and 601 Sports in Laurel. Make sure to support those local businesses. West Jones going to improve to 5-2 on the season, 2-0 in region play. They're going to win this one as the horn is going to blow 28-19. We're going to be right back here on the Mustang Network and come back to wrap things up. 601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
As we wrap things up here in Mustang Stadium, Mustangs win 28-19 over the Terry Bulldogs. Kelly, huge night again, no surprise, for Chandler Watson and Tootie Lindsay. Tootie Lindsay with 4 touchdown passes, 3 of those to big number 17, Chandler Watson. The other one going to number 11, Braden Powell. But the passing game set up by the effectiveness of number 6, Caleb Holmes.
Absolutely. You know, Caleb Holmes was really effective tonight with his run game. You know, being able to, like you said, being able to get a bunch of yards downfield, and then being able to set up receivers like Watson and Powell just to be able to get them wide open in the flat and score.
Yeah, so that's certainly the theme that I think we need to watch the rest of the season for the Mustang offense. Coach David Parker got these guys playing so well on the offensive side of the ball. He and Coach Reynolds and the rest of this offensive staff. The coaching staff for West Jones, we might not have mentioned that on the broadcast, but that's on us. Running backs, so Caleb Holmes and the running backs coached by Cody Wyndham. Wide receivers coached by Dennis Crosby. Sam Boover coaches the tight ends. On the defensive side of the ball, we mentioned Cecil Hicks, the defensive coordinator. Defensive line coached by Lance Line. Secondary coached by Adam Thompson. And the kickers, Cruz McKee and Brian Alvarez, are coached, and Leo Stinson coached by J.P. Varnell. But certainly the start that you wanted to region play if you're Coach Reynolds and the Mustangs. You got three district games left before playoffs. You feel really good about that, these last 3 games. 2 of those will be, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 of those will be at home. The last one against Hattiesburg. Is that right? The last one against Hattiesburg will be at Hattiesburg?
The last away game will be at Hattiesburg. The last game of the season will be here against Jim Hill.
Okay, so we end the season against Jim Hill at home. We got Forest Hill, Hattiesburg, and then Jim Hill. So make sure to join us on these last 2 regular season broadcasts, and then, of course, the playoffs upcoming. But, yeah, big win. So thanks for joining us on the Mustang Network. We'll see you next time. I'm Matt Reed alongside Kelly Dill.